everybody, this is the Presidential Tourism, back on that video. Lucky, I had no plans to film this today, and we weren't even supposed to be going and taking him to the vet today, but ever since he got his CAT scan, and I got the results, and I may explain that a little bit later in this video or another one, but ever since he got the CAT scan done, he's been acting kind of funny, and a couple days later, he's been just lethargic, head down, stumbling with his back legs. And what I think happened is they had to put him in a certain position to do the CAT scan. Well, I think it irritated his arthritis, because one of the things that came up in that CAT scan was that he has arthritis in some different parts of his body. So that I was described as a Superman pose, and I think that just irritated. Since then, he hasn't been having much of an appetite. He's just having trouble getting up a little bit and moving around. Like I said, his back end, even when he stoops to go poop, he stoops lower and differently, and it's been difficult. And he's a little bit better now, of course, because we're on our way to the vet, but if we weren't going, it would be all worse again. So he's supposed to start radiation in like a couple days, so we need to get this under control. So I have to go through the emergency department part of this place, which, you know, it's going to be expensive, but I want to make sure that he's feeling better and not in pain. Of course, there's always a possibility it could be something else, but all his symptoms aligned with the issues that he had with the arthritis. That's what the oncologist told me. So we're going there. I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it because he's not eating too much, and I'm worried about it. And if he doesn't really eat, it's hard to get the medicine. And if you had a dog who's sick and they need medication, if they won't eat, it's hard to get it down. I also noticed he was shaking a little bit earlier. Of course, it was a bit colder this morning, surprisingly, here for Florida this time of year, but sometimes it just happens. But I wanted to be sure. I just want to get checked out and see what we can do about the pain thing. We're probably going to have to put his radiation off until next week. Yeah. He's already weak. He's already not eating that well. He's not comfortable, and I don't really want to start it until he's a little bit better. A few more days, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I hate doing it because the sooner the better, but a few days I don't think will change the outcome.
Tell me, was rescued and he was hurt there.
Oh, well, they hear you. But he did have some problems with his back years ago. He got pain medication and anti-inflammatory. The vet at the time described him as a sausage dog, because he's long. So that's what I think is going on. But it's just a lot worse. Of course, he's a lot older now. He's 10. He's not a strapping young man anymore, are you, boy? But I'm just worried. So we got to get this under control, because you know, it's hard. It's hard when you see one of your fur babies, when you see one of your fur sons uncomfortable. So we're in there now, and we're taking him to where he would get the radiation treatments, and that place is not close. It is quite a drive, but I wanted to make sure that it all gets done at the same place, because they know all his up-to-date things, all his medications, and all that. So that's where we're on there, right? Anything you want to say?
No, just that when we got him as a rescue dog, he was whacked there. He was hurt, injured.
Yeah.
Whoever had him before did that.
Yeah. Of course, he was in bad shape when we got him years ago. But we're doing the best we can. Okay. Oh, as long as I got a few minutes, I should describe a little bit about what else with the CAT scan. Number one, we found out Lucky has 2 spleens. Somehow he started growing another one, and the vet says that's not unheard of. I looked online, it can happen. Yeah. He has a second spleen. The mass that they thought he had in his stomach when he got the surgery, when the stomach was twisting back in December, they didn't see the mass in the CAT scan, so they just think it might have been just a thickening of the cell walls or whatever, because of the bloat and everything. So that's good. We were worried about that. They know it's like a nodule or something by his kidneys, but they think it's benign and it looks smaller than it was before, or something like that, they were saying. I have to go all over this again with the doctor. But they don't think there's anything to worry about at the moment, but of course we gotta keep an eye on it. Of course, they said the arthritis he has in a few different places. His lungs is clear. It doesn't look like the cancer spread. So I don't think what's going on has anything to do with that. That's the reason why I wanted to go in, just to be sure. Yeah. So, oh, one other thing. I almost forgot this. They noticed his thyroid in his neck had been enlarged. There's a possibility he might have thyroid cancer too. Now, the oncologist says that thyroid cancer is highly treatable in dogs, so it's not really much to worry about at this time. And because it's in the same spot as where he had that tumor with the salivary carcinoma, when he does the radiation, that will treat both of those. So it's kind of a mixed bag. The CAT scan could have been a lot worse, but not as good as I would have liked. But it could have been a lot worse. I mean, they could have told us it could have spread all over, and then he would have been a lot worse shape. A lot of what we were told we can deal with, like with the arthritis and things like that. We can deal with that now. We can deal with if he possibly has, thyroid cancer. We can deal with it. It's the salivary carcinoma. That's the more of the concern, but we have options to work on that now. Then that he didn't have the mass in his stomach, so I personally think it was more positive than negative in a lot of ways, but still not as good as we would have liked. So we're heading there now. I'll let you know what the doctor says.
Humans can have two spleens too.
Yeah, humans can have two spleens too.
I never heard of it.
But okay, yeah, he's a special dog. You're a special boy, aren't you, big guy? Yeah. Everyone knows him at this place. He's a famous dog there now.
There's a lot of dogs here.
And they have a lot of dogs they treat for things like this.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that people is willing and able to bring them in, because like I mentioned before, this is not cheap. It's expensive if you have a dog dealing with cancer. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It costs a lot of money. And it's definitely a big financial strain. I'm not going to get into that right now. Yeah, we're going to take him. We're going to take our special big boy there, so he can get all this great attention. Because like I said, he's a famous dog there now. Aren't you lucky? He's famous there. Famous dog. Alright. I may film a little bit in the room, I don't know. And then on the way back, I'll let him know what you say. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed. That's good news. We'll just see. I don't know. Alright.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Well, we got to get some more tests done, some blood work and a extra x-ray. Try to see how it's going in with his spine. They'll probably send him home with some pain medications. I don't know if we're going to go forward with radiation in a couple days. I really want to hold off till next week. It's only a few days. It's not going to make a big difference. He's just chilling under there right now, but he's still uncomfortable. He seems to be better, but that's because the adrenaline and the excitement of being here. Once that wears off, he will be definitely lying around a lot more. Here whining a little bit, but I think it's just because he's just nervous too being here, wants to go home. But I'll let you know what the x-rays and the blood work says. Just want to make sure to check his kidneys. Or kidneys, or his liver. He's licking himself.
Yeah, it's cold.
Okay. Well, several hours later, we're on our way home. They gave us some more pain medication. They gave us some muscle relaxer, and we have an anti-inflammatory. The blood work came back good. We just gotta give him time to heal. I know he was walking pretty bad out of there. His back end kept going off to the side. It was, it's scary when you see that going on. Just gotta try to give him some time to see how it goes with the medication. And but I already put in to have his radiation put off for like a week, so it gives him some time to heal. So we'll have to see how it goes. I gave him a snack in the car, a bone. He ate that. So we'll see how it goes with his appetite too. But this just needs time. That's it. But today is let's see, what is today? I think today is the 20th. Yeah, today is March the 20th. So like I said, he was supposed to do his radiation on Wednesday, but I think we gotta wait because he needs time to get better. The big guy. It's definitely difficult, but yeah. Like I said, I think his arthritis just got kind of really irritated when he got the CAT scan last week. I just think just the way they were posing him on the table just bothered him. So yeah. But okay. Well, hopefully he'll be up and back to his old self soon. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.